2025 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Alex Smith, quarterback, Utah.
Good morning, Niner fans. In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Today I wanted to talk about the recent documentary that came out about detailing Alex Smith and that horrific injury that he suffered against the Houston Texans in the 2018 season. Great documentary, so much respect for him, his wife, for getting through that. And it was pretty heavy. Really some nasty shots of his leg, but I think first, I want to say that huge Niner fan, really always rooted big time for Alex Smith. Actually got his old jersey, friggin' Reebok. I bought that 15 years ago, and always rooted for the guy big time. He got screwed in San Francisco for the most part. Different head coaches, Mike Nolan, Singletary, offensive coordinators rotating in and out every year, seemingly. And then Harbaugh came in. He excelled. A Kyle Williams couple plays away from getting to the Super Bowl. And then the next year, Smith gets hurt. Kaepernick comes in, and Kaepernick took the job and held on to it, and rightfully so, I think, at the time. Then we traded Alex to the Chiefs. He did really well there. Didn't, in the playoffs, was a little iffy, but won a ton of games. And I always rooted for him in Kansas City. So I'm a huge fan of the guy. Love the guy to death. And this documentary just solidified why I like the guy so much. Now, with the injury, it was gruesome. It was nasty. He broke his tibia and fibula, and the leg was not straight at all. It was gnarly. And then of course it got infected and everything, and they were talking about amputating it, and possibly he almost friggin' died. So it's crazy to see that. And then just to see what his wife is going through, his kids, I just find it mind-blowing when it's oh, he's just going out to play a football game. Oh, he gets sacked, and then it's 3-4 days later, you could die or lose your leg. So the documentary was awesome. And, the recovery process was insane. The fact that they had to cut tissue and muscle from other parts of his body and get it down to his leg. I think the part that got me the most was there was a scene where it was Alex and his wife Elizabeth, and they're outside the hospital. And I don't know if it was Stefania Bell from ESPN who coordinated the whole documentary. But someone asked him you're out and you're walking, how does it feel? And tell us about the last year of your recovery. And he Alex maybe had a sentence in, and then he got choked up, and I'm shit, I'm getting choked up, just watching it, and it was wild, when I think about it, and the fact that Alex Smith wants to play again is just insane. Now, I don't think he will. Honestly, I think he should get into coaching or something because, well, I know with the Niners, the amount of like different offensive coordinators he had, like he must know every offense in the book. And so he doesn't look back too fondly, it sounds like, from his time in San Francisco, and I don't totally blame him. But man, if we could in some capacity, like I'd love if the Niners did something for him in like some game, you know, in the next year or two, where it's like honoring what he did for the city and for the team. But you know, it's crazy. I love the fact that he wants to play again. It just shows the competitor that he is. You know, when you look back to 2005, and of course, and they bring it up every time the Packers and Niners play each other, it's like Alex Smith, Aaron Rodgers. Look, Rodgers 100% is the better quarterback, but as a person, or man, I just think Alex Smith is so much more likable than Rodgers. Now, I mean, I guess if Rodgers was a 49er, then I'd be like, yeah, I think he's one of those guys where when he's your guy, you love him, but if he's not, you know, not so much. But, you know, I get asked, and I'm like, because I put up a couple of things over like the last day about Alex Smith, and people were kind of like, why did you like Alex Smith so much? Like he was such a average quarterback, basically, like never had crazy big numbers, like solid at best. And, you know, there was a period of time where I wasn't living in the US, and then, so I wasn't really following football, but then when I got back into it, it was right when we drafted Alex Smith, and he was just that guy, him and Frank Gore, and then Vernon Davis, Joe Staley, Patrick Willis. Those were the guys that when I really like rediscovered the passion for football, those were the guys who were like the foundation of the team. And I just found Alex so likable. So I've always rooted for him big time. And I really wish it could have ended better in San Francisco. I think in hindsight, maybe we should have kept Alex Smith over Kaepernick, but that's a whole other video. Yeah, but I'm going to wrap this video up now. I just wanted to kind of comment on that documentary, and like it really impacted me in a big way. And I had like a similar, nothing to the extent of what Alex Smith had, but I had an injury to my knee, and I was in a cast, and there was a crazy recovery process. So in a little way, I can relate to what happened. Again, obviously not nearly to the scale of what happened with Alex Smith, but yeah, just in so many ways. And it was such a guy, it was such like a player that I just had so much respect for and admired that, yeah, it really hit home. So I just wanted to say that, Alex, I know you got some grief in San Francisco, but us 49er fans, we love you. And hopefully they will do an event or something for you in the future. And that's about it. So Niner fans, I'll have some more videos coming soon. Got plenty of time now with this whole virus dealio. And yeah, so hey, I hate to be that guy, but like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Comment, give me suggestions for videos that you might like to see going forward about the Niners, or even just NFL stuff. I'm a huge football fan, and or even other sports too. And yeah, we'll catch you next time.